Let's fucking see what we got. Big time motherfucking game here. Let's go get this dub. Keep this 1 seed. Let's go. No. Bruh. Bruh, no. No. Bruh.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's get it. We got the fucking
and the
relax
Carolina
season.
Panthers versus Josh Allen and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Panther kicker Zane Gonzalez has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium.
Bring it out, bitch.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9. A give running right, Drake.
Let's go, man. That's what we need to be able to do. Stop that freaking run. Stop that freaking run.
Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, it's Allen.
Let's go. Let's go. We prime. We prime and ready. Let's go.
Of 8, and it also brings up 4.
Quick 3 and out.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk.
Let's go. We only need 3 drives. Starters is out. It's preseason. Woo!
It'll be 37
Probably
yards
didn't
there.
fumble it. I ain't gonna lie.
Take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him including himself.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Working with his 2nd and 4. First carry for Josh Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On second down, it's Allen.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown Panthers. Josh Jacobs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
First quarter lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Allen. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Allen. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Allen. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this all... offense humming here in the early going.
Darnold. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
58, come on. 58, come on. Check. Waiting.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
All right, leave that alone.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Here comes Andrews. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 7, Allen. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. He dumps it off to Drake.
Oh.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. John Kaminsky got him down defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll look to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What happened? You see who?
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Reception here by Ruggs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Andrews. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and he hits Drake. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Allen again. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle to Smith. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 4 yards remain for second down. Allen going to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Preston Williams, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head east to check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Paris Campbell, a touchdown catch in the victory.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
In our game, it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Allen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
You certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Counter play, Drake. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 2nd and 9, Allen. It's caught. Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice gain there for a first down.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll try again with Drake. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns tracks him down way in the backfield for a loss of 16. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Again, he finds more. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hubbard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 now. Darnold. Allen here on the screen. 1st down and more for Allen. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense.
Touchdown! Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. James has got it. Complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And again, it's Allen.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Complete. Smith has it.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To throw again on second down. Allen.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Traquan Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Here, you want to take a nap right here? You want to lay up here?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To try again after the sack. Allen. And this one complete to Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
One final try here for Allen. Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout